This week on Stay Out of My Fridge.
Did you see that the lady that didn't stay out of the fridge that was stealing from a school and then stole like $1.5 million worth of chicken wings? I think she got like 10 years in prison.
9 years right here.
9 years.
Woman sentenced. Oh, it's Chuck Liddell's wife. Is that right? Her mom, Vera Liddell, 68, pleaded guilty to felony theft for stealing more than 11,000 cases of chicken wing valued at $1.5 million in Cook County in Illinois.
Made like 10 s'mores in the microwave. And then I realized there is nothing fatter in this world than eating s'mores in a microwave.
Yeah, the internet is panicking right now about whether or not to throw away their Crocs. Why? There's a viral rumor that the brand CEO, Andrew Reese, kind of like Reese's if there's multiple of them, said the N-word with a hard ending that is like ER at the Los Angeles International Airport. Oh, delightful.
I hope she makes those too.
All of them. Did you guys eat before? Euban didn't eat before. I ate right before. That's why I had to poop. A little late.
I haven't eaten anything. I will probably get off of here and go straight to the gas station to buy terrible pizza.
Oh, interesting. I've been eating a lot of pizza lately too. I don't know. I mean, I love pizza, and I recently just got this. And I guess I'm curious on your guys' thought. It was like it's a pre-made pizza dough. You'd pretty much just have to add water to it. It's already mixed, kind of like the pancake mixes, but it's pizza dough, and it makes up to 6 12-inch pizzas. So I've been doing those homemade pizzas, and I'm like, hey, we should try this stuff out. And I guess it's like a universal dough. So if you want to do like a margarita pizza, maybe a Neapolitan pizza, you know what I mean, wood fired, you want to bake it in your oven, you want to, any way you can make a pizza, I guess this dough is the way to go. So
hey,
I'm excited.
I'm not a big fan of margarita pizzas. I just don't have them a lot. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was going to ask you, Brandon, just because this has been weighing on my mind for a couple days now. If you had to choose barbecue chicken pizza or cheese pizza.
Oh, barbecue chicken.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what? Never mind.
No. I think you asked the question wrong.
Did I ask? Yeah, you go.
So if we were doing a pizza Olympics, right? It was like the most universal, like just kind of best pizza. Would you go with the barbecue chicken as the bronze or the cheese?
No, barbecue chicken's tough to do. And I know you're like, what? But like, if you get that like I don't know how you would call it. I don't think it's pre-made. It's not like made into a slurry and then sliced or anything like bologna. but you know what I'm talking about? Like that, like Subway chicken.
Yep.
If you get Subway chicken on pizza, it's not going to be good. And it's not just about, chicken and barbecue sauce. Like you have to have red onions on there too. Like red onions really make a barbecue chicken good. And if it's done well, it's done well. But I've had barbecue chicken pizza where I'm just like, eh. It's hard to, it's if you can't do a cheese pizza, you shouldn't be making it.
See, okay, I take back what I just said 2 minutes ago. You should stay on the show, and that was a wonderful response because almost verbatim our arguments was cheese is universal. Usually if you fuck that up, the rest of it's going to be downhill as well. And then just the fact that it's not consistent with barbecue chicken pizza everywhere you go. It seems like if you have a place that you're like, they make a good barbecue chicken pizza, I'm going to go there specifically because they have that good chicken. You don't go to CC's going, they got damn good barbecue chicken.
Right. And it's like taco pizza. You guys ever enjoyed taco pizza?
I had one and it was terrible, so I haven't been back.
Again, it's about consistency. But if you ever find a place that does good taco, could be taco or anything, you go there for that type of pizza. But I've had taco pizza, which is, hamburger, seasoned beef, of course, cheese and olives or whatever else you want on it. Then they throw it in the oven, then they bake it, then they bring it out, then they put lettuce on it, and then they put crunch Doritos. Well, I've had pizza places like bake the fucking lettuce. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck is this? So it's definitely a consistency thing. But now if you were point blank asking, do I want barbecue chicken pizza or cheese? I don't ever think I've ever ordered cheese pizza by itself because if I'm going to get pizza, I want everything I can get on it. Not that I don't like cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
And again, if you can screw up a cheese pizza, no bueno. But I mean, it's so hard to just beat a pepperoni. I'm like, give me those small cups too, because that makes a difference too. If they have like the little small cups of pepperoni where that grease just sits there and the top of it curls, oh my! God, I'd even fuck up a pizza Lunchable right now. I can fuck up pizza every day.
You guys ever see Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller?
Yes.
Okay, probably.
Remember the scene with him and Philip Seymour Hoffman in the pizza place, and they're talking about God knows what. And Philip Seymour Hoffman has this New York slice of pizza, and it's just covered and drenched in grease. And he's like pouring like red pepper flakes and Parmesan on it, and then he folds it in half, and he's like squeezing his other, like Ben Stiller's like, I don't want this grease. He's like, oh, don't waste it. Gives it to him, takes his pizza and squeezes the grease on top of his, and then folds it and eats it like a New York slice piece of pizza. Like, that is how I want my cheese pizza. I want it to be so greasy and gross that it's like, what the fuck?
Yep. I had these guys that ran track, super healthy people, when they would have pizza or pizza day or whatever, they would take a napkin and just until there was like no grease left in it and this and that. It's like, what are you doing? You just ruined that piece of pizza. If you're that health conscious and a little bit of grease isn't gonna, don't eat the goddamn pizza. Go eat some more carrots or some green peppers or whatever you guys eat.
Yeah, cheese has fat content, which is where that's coming from, right? The grease comes from the cheese. Now, there's definitely a balance to it. Euban brings up the curled pepperoni, that if you were to put 20 of those bitches on a piece of pizza, that's a lot of grease.
Yeah.
But a normal slice of pizza should have some grease to it. There should be grease content. Grease has such a bad, like, it's almost like a pejorative term. Like, we're calling it like a slur. It's not. It's flavor. It's what the flavor is to the cheese, to the meat. It's all that stuff. It's good.
I mean, it's the key to a pizza. Just about every single pizza has dough, has cheese.
At its basic level, you've got warm dough, you've got a robust, flavorful sauce, and you've got a melty, gooey, greasy cheese. Those three, grease is its own thing, I guess, 4 ingredients, is all you need really for a pizza. I mean, that's what, when somebody made that, they were like, oh, fuck sandwiches, fuck 2 slices of bread. This is amazing, you know?
Yep. This is the dough that I picked up that I was going to show you guys. It's called Prepa Pizza, Prepa pizza.com, and it just comes in there. You just add hot water, stir it around, quality. They you know what I mean? It's the quality restaurant pizza at the comfort of your home. So this is comes in a bag. Just do it up. I'm going to try it out and see if I can potentially do, like, just use a little bit of some portions, or if I have to make them all. I'll probably make them all, and then whatever I don't use, freeze them. But for us, with 5, 6, who knows how many people are over at the house, we do the pizza in the. I got one of those Bertello pizza ovens. We just make just a bunch of different pizzas, cheese, pepperoni, whatever the kids want. They make their own pizza. I'm super stoked to try this.
That looks. I mean, and if the crust is black, oh, it's so good. I want to see the bubbles in it. I want to.
See, there's such a thin, and it's so great with that. You're bringing up. I'm going to say burnt pizza. It's not burnt pizza. I mean, follow me here. But there's such a. It's so subjective, because there is a thin line between burnt pizza and a good char. But to your point, pizza should have a good char on it a little bit.
Yeah, I like it.
Especially brick oven or wood-fired pizza.
Yeah.
If you're doing it in the oven, it's one thing. But if there's an actual flame, some wood that's being thrown on there, and the kids are like, this pizza's burned, and it's like, just eat it first of all, you goddamn, like, or just go eat and make yourself some ramen. This is pizza. This is how it's supposed to be. And then I show them like wood-fired pizzas from restaurants, a little bit of black, and they're like, well, they burned it too. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, just like whenever you cook a marshmallow, are you going to stop when it's just a light pale brown, or do you want a little bit of that char on there so you know it's done?
Isn't it the worst though when you're going for the perfect marshmallow and it's like brown, 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 and then you get a little bit too close and then it just catches fire, and it's like, I mean, I don't mind them that way. I don't eat a lot of s'mores because of the beard and the melty marshmallow. It gets in there. That and yolk is terrible. But when you put in all that, I've seen it. They put on all the heart. We got those fancy, like roasters, so you can just spin at the end and it spins it. So they're just spinning, putting the time in, nice and brown. And all of a sudden, one of them will say something. They'll turn their head like this for marshmallows on fire. And of course, they come to me to blow it out. I'm like, get that goddamn flaming marshmallow away from this and this beard full of product that'll catch fire.
Look like Michael Jackson's Pepsi commercial, but just in the face. No, we do it the old-fashioned way with just spinning it, and it's the same way. You'll just see a little bit of a flame on there, and you're like, yes, it's getting right where it needs to be, and then just disintegrates. You're like, hey, what the fuck? But still, I don't. If it has a little bit of that crustiness on that marshmallow, chef's kiss. I love it.
I like to get those black, and then and then it's gooey in the middle and just completely carbon on the outside, and you're just like, oh. But I will say this: we were going to do a campfire or a bonfire in the backyard, and we didn't end up doing it. But we had a bunch of stuff for s'mores, and so I made like 10 s'mores in the microwave, and then I realized there is nothing fatter in this world than eating s'mores in a microwave. You eat them out. It's like mozzarella sticks. Like, would you eat, like the joke? Would you eat 6 cheese sticks? No, but you batter them and deep fry them and give them to me with some marinara sauce and ranch. Yeah, give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Same way with fucking s'mores. You're out at a campfire. Oh, I can eat chocolate and marshmallows and graham crackers. You're inside next to a TV, eating 6 s'mores. You should probably check yourself for something going wrong in your life.
I got 2 things about this smart conversation. Do you guys elevate them? Because I've been seeing all stuff on social media, and I'm like, boom, I got to elevate them. But the one that kind of blew my mind that I recently saw that I think isn't really a recent thing is people are making s'more quesadillas. So they're putting more or less the toppings, like mini marshmallows, a little bit of chocolate, and then they'll add either like the little graham cracker cereal, almost kind of like s'more cereal, but they're taking ingredients, putting them on the quesadilla, letting the stuff melt, folding it over, and serving that as a dessert. And I'm like, I could probably get down on that. At least I have the quesadilla to, mask the beard stuff.
If you took the quesadilla and made it like a sopapilla, where they like deep fry it and cover it in cinnamon and sugar,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh,
then
shit.
that would be good.
What is that? A popapilla?
Sopapilla. It's like Sopillia.
No shit. Never heard of it.
He's like, slow down.
Yeah, Sopapillas.
Oh shit! Let's bring.
There's different ways to make them. You can either like stuff them, but I've seen them just literally made with just tortilla, like you would fry tortilla shells, and you put cinnamon, sugar, and then ice cream usually.
I see the ice cream with a lot of the whipped cream and everything. Too.
Must be a thing out towards you guys because I have never seen these.
Oh, we will deep fry everything.
Yeah, it's a Mexican.
Yeah, not a lot of Mexican ties in northern New York near Canada, so that probably should have guessed by the name Sopapilla.
That would seem,
but it's good.
That seems like that would be a great idea with the whole quesadilla thing and just mixing that up with a little bit of crunch. I like graham crackers though. Like I'll sit there, I'll destroy a whole sleeve of them, and then they're like, "Oh, we want to have s'mores," and they're like, "Oh, well, we know we bought crackers a while ago. Nobody's ate them," and I'm like, "We're gonna need another box."
See, we got this Hershey. Sorry, we got this Hershey tackle box thing. You guys got one of those too? So it's made for, it's a s'more kit, and it's Hershey's, and it looks like a tackle box but you open it and it has the perfect trays that are the measurement of Hershey chocolate bars, fits the graham crackers and then the marshmallows, and so it's got the plastic insert, and then there, like we saw my sister-in-law won one at some jamboree, so then we got on the Googles and Amazon. I'll pull one up. It's if you're into s'mores, and that way you know where everything is. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about where's the marshmallows? Oh, where's the graham crackers that Dad ate? Where's this? Where's that? It's all in one. It's pretty sweet. Let me show you.
Between me eating the graham crackers and my son stealing the marshmallows, we never stand a chance.
Yep, they have them right on the old Jeff Bezos website here, and this is what they look like.
What?
So it comes with this, the old caddy. So see how it measures each perfectly. Then you throw the marshmallows in the bottom.
Is it like, is it just a box that you're paying $30 for this?
It's just, the food is not included. This is the first one. We got it a little bit cheaper, I think. There's a whole bunch of different people that are going to sell it. I mean, this one is visit the Mr. Barbecue store. So there's a bunch of different options. What is that thing? Huh. That thing? I've never seen something like that. Little clip? What the hell is that? Oh, you're not seeing that.
I don't think I see what you...
Okay, now we're there. This. Where they got this little clip to make s'mores?
What?
I don't know what that is, but that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is it's got the perfectly measured s'more caddy. But yeah, like I said, we picked one of those up, and I'm like, God damn, this thing's cool.
Did not know that was a thing, but now I'm intrigued. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm just going to go to that box just to steal all the graham crackers.
Yeah. But like I said, it's easier for us. So when we're camping and stuff, it's just like, there we go. Off it goes. It's all in there. And I was on randomly on the website Walfart. I was looking for like a TV mount or some shit. I just wanted to see because we're moving all the rooms around. I wanted to see for the youngest if they had one in stock at our Walfart. And I just sit there and I look, and they have this. Have you ever seen like the little mini kind of? They're like solo stoves, I guess, but the bonfire pits, but they're smaller. They're
Yes.
normally like anywhere from 80 to $120. Walmart, for whatever reason, had them for $20. And I'm like, what? So I was like, I thought it was so I just click, add, boom, got one. So it's perfect for s'mores instead of like us having to get the big solo stove out just to make a couple of s'mores on a campfire. I fire this thing up. It's just a whole bunch of kindling, little brush, and it's probably, I mean, like 7 inches by I don't know, like it throws off a little bit of heat. Make the s'mores. We've done s'more nights there, and you light the fire in about 2 seconds. So if I see that there's still a deal and that's something you guys are into, I'll send over what I had.
Yeah.
That's dope. And we all know too. Excuse me. This is 7 inches. Don't.
Yeah, sorry. It was reversed on my screen. I was.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Objects in mirror are larger than they appear. Gotcha.
But speaking of Walfart, it's not Walfart, but did you hear about the guy that that went into Walgreens, hid, then it closed, and he just wanted to stay in there so he could eat a bunch of snacks for hours? You guys didn't hear this one? He's from Florida. He went on a late-night junk food and cigarette splurge inside a closed Walgreens store after purposely locking himself into the bathroom. Whoa. An article by FoxBusiness.com. I'll show you this guy. What the hell's his name? Christopher Morgan. So you can't trust a guy with two first names. He was arrested by police at 3 a.m. Monday at Walgreens in New Smyrna Beach with his pockets stuffed with candy.
Now that looks like a Reese's Fast Break, and those are, excuse me, highly underrated. The Fast Break is the superior Reese's treat. I love them.
No,
love them.
No, the superior Reese's treat. They're all right. It's
so good.
For me, Reese's Fast Break is like somebody wanting to compete with Snickers, and peanut butter is all you got. But you don't need to compete with Snickers. Like the Reese's Sticks is the superior. Because like, look, you're not gonna. You add peanuts to it. You add caramel. It takes away from the peanut butter to me. But you put it with some wafer cookies. we know Nutty Buddies are great. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to get off my soapbox here, but
so I mean they have the Nutrageous, which is like the payday type of. That one's really good too. I think all their variants are really good, except for the big cup with the potato chips in it.
You don't like that one? I would prefer it. Take or leave, but I didn't hate it.
Ass. It almost had too much peanut butter, where it almost migrated to like a Russell Stover's taste, and I'm like, no. Give me that even ratio again.
You know what I don't like is I don't like you, but no, I'm kidding. I don't like. I don't like the ones they put the Reese's Pieces in the cup, like a cup with Reese's Pieces in it with peanut butter. Like, give me the good peanut butter and stop fucking jipping me with the fucking Reese's Pieces. Fuck that.
So I randomly clicked on eatthis.com. Hell of a domain name. And apparently they went through and ranked this person tried every Reese's product that they could find, and they went with the best. So I feel like we should break down it looks like 14. We'll see if we agree with them. But one thing that I do want to recommend you do at some point, if you have a little bit of potentially the munchies, you're hungry or whatever, you guys should go to Hersheyland.com/Reese's or Reese's, however you say it. There is an intense amount of recipes that I just accidentally clicked that are definitely there to make you hungry. I mean, from brownies to kettle corn to apple drips, peanut butter cookies. They have a ton of ones. And then this one look like some Reese's tacos.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you're looking for something different, maybe make the wife, the family happy, and get some stuff. There you go.
All right, follow me here, Euban. Now this is a very, very much so fat man thought, but a good combo. Cool Ranch Doritos and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I think you could turn now. Fucking follow me here. You could turn some Cool Ranch Doritos into some beautiful Reese's nachos with normal sweet toppings to make the nachos, and the only thing that's going to be savory is going to be those Cool Ranch Doritos.
Are you looking at my computer screen right now? Because I mean, literally on this Reese's website, there is a Reese's Big Caramel Big Cup, which probably ass, but there's a big old plate of nachos, which looks like Cool Ranch Doritos, maybe some basic tortilla. But there's definitely taco meat and jalapenos on there with gigantic Reese's peanut butter cups covered in cheese. And I was just thinking about how fucking revolting that was.
I don't
Here
know
you
about the I don't know about the cheese and the jalapenos, but I mean, if you were to use just Cool Ranch Doritos, top it off with some Reese's melted marshmallow fluff or something like that, drizzled on top.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe some Reese's pieces in there. I think it would be good. I think it would be delicious. Maybe some hot fudge or something on top. I'm just saying that Cool Ranch Doritos would be a good. How do I say this? A good channel, a good road, a good car, a good vehicle. That's the word I'm thinking of. Good vehicle for sweet foods and the nachos.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to try it just to say I tried it. But I also stumbled upon the ice cream sandwiches with peanut butter candy crumbles, and those look pretty goddamn good as well.
I'm a firm believer that chips make everything better. Sandwiches, everything. I mean, like, again, I've preached my Funyuns with peanut butter sandwiches. Those are fucking top tier. Oh, but I've tried some different Funyuns. I'm a big Funyun person. I like their hot Funyuns. The flaming hot ones are actually really good. But then they came out with this white queso kind that was just fucking dog water.
Ooh.
And then I looked at the gas station recently. They have ramen flavored Funyuns.
Ramen flavored Funyuns.
And I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't.
I feel like ramen flavored stuff is going to be the next like birthday cake. That it's just going to be everywhere because I'm starting to see other things. Ramen this, ramen that, and it's like.
Even the t-shirts, like they're just like there's just t-shirts of ramen now and everything. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now, did you guys, since we're on the food topic, of course, did you see that the lady that didn't stay out of the fridge that was stealing from a school and then stole like $1.5 million worth of chicken wings?
I heard, but I did like I saw the
Was it
headline or something. I
1.5?
think popped up on my phone, but I don't. I didn't really read into it more. But yeah, she like stole from a school, right?
Yeah, like she was just, I forget what she was actually doing with it, but I think she got like 10 years in prison.
9 years right here.
9
Woman
years.
sentence. Oh, it's Chuck Liddell's wife. Is that right? Her mom, Vera Liddell, 68, pleaded guilty to felony theft for stealing more than 11,000 cases of chicken wings valued at 1.5 million in Cook County in Illinois.
I've seen mixed reviews on this because some people think that the punishment was a little too harsh, but then again, it was $1.5 million worth of shit. So I don't know. It's a lot of chicken wings. I mean, were you just reselling them? Is that
Yep.
what it was?
It started, the massive fraud began at the height of COVID during a time when students were not allowed to be physically present at school. Even though the children were learning remotely, the school district continued to provide meals for the students that families could pick up. And the stolen food was never provided to the students. Yikes.
Can
But
you
don't
imagine
worry,
that
she
just,
feels a
like-
great deal of remorse.
That's just, I mean, just very specific. It wasn't just stealing bacon as well, stealing different types. It's just like, those must have been some damn good chicken wings. Like, those are my favorite. I'm going to get just a little bit of them. $1.5 million worth.
So what she did is she apparently placed hundreds of unauthorized orders for food items, primarily chicken wings, with the school district's main purveyor, which supplier, whatever, Gordon Food Service. The orders were separate from the district's regular orders. I don't know how this didn't get caught, but yeah, the manager finally discovered the food service department had already surpassed its annual budget by $300,000. So they looked into it even more, discovered individual invoices signed by Liddell for massive quantities of chicken wings, an item that was never served to students because they contain bones.
Never do something stupid like this because you will always be caught.
Oh, especially this day and age with technology.
Paper trails and everything else, you will always be. It's like I tell people. People are like, I don't want to be on camera. Please get that phone out of my face. Sir, you are in public. You have been on 47 cameras since you left your house.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. There's cameras everywhere. Whether it's a private home camera or people's businesses or the police or the city, there are cameras everywhere. So similarly, don't go fooling around and doing stupid stuff like that at your place of employment.
Yeah, and apparently Chris Jones from the Chiefs
I saw that.
offered to pay the $1.5 million in an effort to gain Miss Liddell's freedom. And he said, I'll pay for the wings that she stole to get her free. What's up with that?
I don't know. I don't know. Because again, a lot of people think that the punishment was a little too harsh for the crime. But I did see whenever I was at training camp, that was what popped up. They're like, he offers, and I'm like, no shit. Like what? And then I think there was a couple other celebrities that offered to chip in as well.
Oh, apparently she could not pay the restitution because she had a bit of a gambling problem. So then all of a sudden there, but then it's like a representative for Mr. Jones had not yet to comment, and they tried to get hold of them and the Chiefs and all this stuff, and nobody's responding to the story that I read from the New York Times. So I didn't. That was a twist and turn I didn't expect at the end. Good for you, Chris Jones,
What a
trying to
heartwarming story.
help a thief, gambler, old lady that robbed from kids in public taxpayers. But kind of like the NFL, robbing from taxpayers to make a bunch of money to, have new stadiums and stuff in a billion-dollar organization.
Wild. Still wild. My son came home with a whole bunch of the Crocs. They have like the little jewels that you can put on there, or the little, I forget what the hell they're even called, but you can.
Aren't the Crocs owners racist?
That's what I thought. But
Mm.
apparently he dropped the no word in an airport.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never confirmed or seen the video to where they actually said it.
I'm just on a mission now. My new mission is to cancel Crocs.
We should. They should have been canceled years ago. So we can
Yeah.
we can start that movement. But you can like push these little pins or whatever into these Crocs, and you can have little items on them or whatever. And he came home with a whole bunch of Chiefs ones with the Missouri State on them, and I'm like, those are going to be relics soon. I was like, you don't want to keep those. I was like, it's going to have the Kansas State on there before you know it.
Yeah, the internet is panicking right now about whether or not to throw away their Crocs. Why? There's a viral rumor that the brand CEO, Andrew Reese, kind of like Reese's, if there's multiple of them, said the N word with a hard ending that is like ER at the Los Angeles International Airport. And I'm reading this from daily.com. The rumor seems to have started after someone allegedly posted footage of the transgression. So, not a good look, buddy. But apparently the video, for whatever reason, was not available very quickly. Shocker, somebody with money covered that up, but apparently it was scrubbed from the internet. But
It's
in a
gotta be
TikTok with
really
1.2 million views and 3,000 comments, at Diddy Did It describes the allegations and the theory someone scrubbed the video. So DIDDYDIDITTT. So if anybody wants to check that TikTok out, you guys can. I'm going to avoid that one.
So, we don't have to watch the video I sent you, but I made some nachos about a year or two ago. Actually, about 2 years ago. That anybody ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yep.
Yes.
Do you remember when he made the rum ham? Danny
Yes.
DeVito
Yes.
made the rum ham. Well, I decided to make rum ham.
Danny DeVito, Flamin' Hot Dorito, rum ham nachos. Oh, yeah. We start with rum ham and black.
I'm just going to mute it so the music doesn't get picked up.
No, 100%. And the voice is annoying. But I just basically flaming hot nacho Doritos with ham on it, jalapenos, green onions, cheese, sour cream. Oh, when I tell you boys, this was delicious. Only thing I would have done differently is melt the cheese, but that sour cream on it was, it was good.
There's the
Sour cream with
approval.
this flaming hot nachos.
The flaming hot Cool Ranch ones are also very, very good. Like that's a great chip. I like flaming hot pretty much anything. My butthole, my heartburn, fucking hate me for it. But
Yeah.
and I'm slowly migrating to sour cream. Again, I have that chicken finger palate to where I don't venture out and try a whole bunch of different foods. And usually, if I had supreme nachos, I'd be like, let's keep that sour cream on the top and in the middle. And if anybody wants it, they can just get it themselves.
I've always felt like sour cream is, if you eat it by itself, you taste it's sour cream. But if you like add it to something, it usually takes on the flavor of whatever is with it. Like soft shell taco at Taco Bell. You put if it's a supreme taco, it just starts tasting like the seasoned beef a little bit. But that's just me. Makes it a little creamier.
And it's pretty like what's the word I'm looking for? You can use it in cooking a lot of different stuff with like sauces and stuff like that. Like it's pretty, I don't know, it's like a good, universal addition to some stuff. I
Base.
don't like sour cream at all. The family loves it. So we can add it and mix it into like some white sauces, stuff like that. And like you said, it takes on the flavor.
That's I listen now. I've like even like beans. I wasn't a really big fan of beans and stuff like that, but like now if I get a chip and with some nachos with like a good refried beans, some sour cream on it, everything, I'm like, damn, that's a good quality chip right there. I'm like, that's a good bite. I love it.
Man, I wish you guys were at the get together that we were at. My buddies, they put on this annual thing we talked about last year, where they get a bunch of people together, get a band, lots of food, lawnmower races, for fun stuff like that, and they always do a pig roast. So there was a whole pig, and then they cooked 4 to 6 briskets, and then everybody else on top of that brought some stuff. And I love going to these things not only because it's fun, you get to see some people you usually only see once a year, but people kind of like try to step up their game to like kind of show off a little bit of what they bring. So there was some cool combinations that definitely some women got on Pinterest and started looking up some stuff like these fancy flavored cucumbers, I think, with probably some cream cheese or something like this on this fancy thing. I don't even know what it was, and there was just so much good food. But I was in charge of the brisket, so it was pretty cool. I just got to watch the thermometer on the guy had one of those Traegers, but he had to replace the control panel. And I've never had one of these. It was the pellet stove smoker. For some reason, it kept flashing. So there would be like, he had 2 probes in it. So one would be like, say, 200, 199. Then it would flash. And it was the same probes. And then next thing you know, it would be like 190, 188. So I didn't know which temperature to go off. So I was like, And he did the whole wrap thing, then put them in a cooler with a towel wrap and stuff like that. And of course, when we were cutting them, they're like, this one's overcooked, this one's slightly under. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know which temperature. So they were like, what are you talking about? So I brought them over to the grill. They're like, oh yeah, that's pretty tough. I was like, I don't know, man.
See, I don't know how to do any of that stuff either. My friend, he uses one now that's all app based. Like it does it for him. Essentially, he just clicks buttons like, oh, keep the temperature at this, and this, and he just has to add pellets, as needed or whatever. But he tries to show me everything that he makes, and I'm like, yep, I can make some mean ground beef tacos. You like some hamburger helper? I can fuck up a good hamburger helper lasagna.
I've been seeing so many posts from Shane Gillis of his late night making grilled cheese. And it's so hard not to wake up because by the time I see him, it's like morning. I'm like, man, I really want to start my day off with a grilled cheese, but I know that's probably not that breakfast of champions that you really need in life. What would you guys consider the best, not over healthy, but like one of the best breakfast meals that probably isn't super healthy, but not like real terrible? There has to be like a fine, and the reason I'm asking is I'm trying to eat a little bit better. And I've been like having to eat yogurt, which sucks. I do a little sprinkles on, not good. I've tried oatmeal. The texture thing of oatmeal makes me want to throw up every time and I've tried flavors and I'm like, I can't really add all this stuff. It's not healthy. So the last 2 weeks I've bought like $1.98 box of knockoff Cheerios, 0 sugar, all that stuff. And it is just brutal. So they're, you know what I mean? And sometimes I don't always have enough time. So like scrambled eggs, I feel like they're a pretty healthy option. So I'll try to go some scrambies, but there's got to be a meal, that's got to have a happy medium, right?
I mean, honestly, I microwave eggs is the way I do it. I throw them in a little glass container with a little butter, salt and pepper, maybe some hot sauce. Throw in some chopped sausage in there. Throw in some chopped bacon. Throw in some some ground turkey in there, whatever you want, really, and a little bit of cheese. As long as you're not eating it with toast, you're not having carbs. I mean, it's high protein, good meal. I mean, you need that to start out the day. Listen, first of all, don't take nutritional information from a fat man who doesn't run because he doesn't like it, but doesn't run because he can't. But that said, you need some meat. You need some protein. You need some veggies. You need some cheese. You need something that's got something that's going to get you over the. First of all, it's going to wake you up and get you to lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I did the fasting thing. I don't know if you guys have ever fasted, and it was fucking. My body got used to it or whatever, but it's still, you woke up, and I've always been a breakfast guy. In those moments, like, man, I get nothing in the morning. Like, I got to wait all the way. So, like, just switching to just eating something kind of light, it's put me in a better mood. Like, I feel better, and I haven't got gout since I started eating breakfast. Probably going to get it now.
I fasted 23-1 was what I got to the point where I was fasting for 23 hours. And I would eat in the morning about 5 o'clock, and it would be about a meal it was a big fucking meal.
Mhm.
It was like 8 to 1,200 calories, but it wasn't like a cheeseburger. It was like carrots and leftover Chinese stir fry my wife made the night before or whatever. All this together, and it was so much food, and it would last me throughout the whole day, and I would be fine until about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then I'd take a nap and wake up, and I'd be like, okay, just chug some water for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'd go to sleep. And I did it all right. But then on Saturdays, it would be my cheat day. And so I wouldn't like cheat all day, but I would start with the biggest, boys. The biggest omelet you ever fucking saw in your life. I would use cooked like shrimp and cheese and fucking. I mean, at one point I was throwing like onion bacon jam in there. Oh, which if you've never had is delicious.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Now I'm thinking about that fucking thing. Oh God, I want to make an omelet now, boys. We're getting okay. Well, when's the show done? Because I'm making an omelet.
Oh, we're almost there. I'm a
Get the stove ready, Lindsay.
As Euban says, I'm a slut for an omelet. Like that's my go-to. If I go to a diner or something, I'm getting an omelet.
I'm not an egg person, so mine's loaded up with carbs, and I fast every fucking day. I don't eat breakfast, so if I do, I'm a slut for a good granola bar too. I'll eat that as my breakfast, but yeah, very rarely I'm getting my first drink or my first bite to eat by like 3 p.m. That's when I first have anything. It's terrible. I don't advise it.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. I'm over it. So I eat something light in the morning, and then by the time I get to lunch, it's like 2:30, and then it's like, hey, let's try to eat some dinner at like 5 or 6. Not a chance in hell, because by the time we get home from sports and this and that, it's always like a 7 or 8 o'clock dinner. And it's like, sorry kids, we want dessert. I'm like, I'm not feeding you a bunch of sugar and some ice cream and shit at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night before you go to bed. Well, it's not fair. Yeah, life's not fair. Figure it out.
And they always ask for that stuff right after like a dentist appointment. It's like, we literally just got back from the dentist. Did you not see the shape of your teeth? We are not fucking eating this blizzard before bed. Like, that's not happening. Go to sleep.
I know. I actually have to bring the kiddo to the dentist tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it because I've had some bad experiences with the kid at the dentist, and she, not to get into it, but she had some spacers put in, and it has been months. They're like broken, they've fallen apart, and we keep calling. They don't return a call. We call again. So finally, I'm like, let me go to the dentist. Usually her mother brings her. It's for cleaning, and I'm going to light into them about this friggin', at this point, it's negligence. I mean, this poor kid has a broken spacer in there. You're not returning calls. You got to get the braces in. We just spent thousands of dollars out of our pocket for this pre-ortho shit.
The dental plan.
And now the braces are the part that's covered. It's like, put them in her mouth. What are we waiting for?
I fucking hate
Money grab.
Scams.
It is a scam. Brandon's like, noted. Can't wait to deal with that in 5 to 8 years.
It's when you have two of them going on at the same time too. You're just like, life is wonderful. Life is great. I'm having a good time. Like, this is wonderful.
Yep. Why can't we go on this vacation? I don't know. I just put the vacation money in your mouth.
Yeah.
So
that's mine. They want to get a concrete driveway, and I'm like, we just put $15,000 in your fucking mouth. No, can't. No. So can you please put the nerd clusters down? It's 9:30. Go brush your teeth, please. Please.
did anybody go to the thrift store? We tossed that idea out.
No,
No.
but I would have if I wrote or remembered.
So I did.
Know? Damn it.
I was, you know what? I wanted to check this out. This one was, I think, 25 cents, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's for tea. I think you put the tea bag in it, and then you can like diffuse it or whatever they do in there.
Huh.
Sure, that's what you put in there.
I would say if it didn't have all those holes in there, I would say that is a traveling 8-ball.
I don't know exactly, but I found this thing and I'm like, that's pretty goddamn weird, and it was a quarter.
Homemade pap smear.
Didn't wash it. Probably not going to use it. I don't know what it is. Yeah, maybe it's like for a mouse trap.
Yeah, that's really what we were talking about.
Damn it. So now I got to go buy 2 things at the thrift store. I'm going to make it a point. Tomorrow's back to school day, so I'm already just like, and the
That's
missus starts her RN program, so she starts nursing school as well. So I'm like, guess who's getting their picture taken too, bitch? I was like, and she's like, you're not doing that. I was like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm posting this shit everywhere. I was like, you get to take pictures with the kids.
Yeah.
Not going back to school.
Our kids, they don't go back to school till September 3rd, so we still got a couple weeks. But soccer starts. The oldest is starting varsity on like the 26th, and the league that I coach for the middle kid already started. So it's like once sports essentially starts, summer's over. And unfortunately, it's the oldest first time on a varsity sport, and it's on her birthday. And I'm like, happy birthday. You are going to be sore, miserable, and probably throw up from so much running. So to be 15.
My son, he woke up this morning and we haven't had any meltdowns about summer's been too short, anything like that. I was like, wow, they're taking this really, really well. I was like, especially with school starting tomorrow. And then I came out of the bathroom and I heard, this is unfair. Like, school should be 6 months long and summer break should be 6 months long as well. And I'm like, that's actually a great idea. It should. Yeah, probably should.
Yeah.
But I was like, you guys would come back dumber than fuck. And I was like, go to school. Like, you're going to have a great time. He's like, and lunch is going to be awful. I'm like, I literally watched you eat like cereal without milk out of a cup this entire summer. Like, you're going to live. Like, everything's going to be fine.
I always tell them that I said, well, you could be over in some other countries because I think the public schools in China, they go to school like 250 days of the year, where most of our states are about 180-ish. So you could continually bitch about it, or maybe we'll just send you over there for a foreign exchange thing, and you can go to school for 250 days of the year.
That'd be nice. It's a little break from us as well. So that's, you know what? Good for you, Chad.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you send one, I think you have to take one back. I think is how it works, doesn't it?
What's
At
the
least around
exchange
here.
rate? Do you get 2 for their one or whatever? Is that what?
Yeah, I don't know. Their money's probably better than ours these days. But yeah, I think we didn't have a lot, but there was always like one family in the area that always did the exchange thing. And I thought for some reason if you sent someone, then you get one back maybe, but I don't.
The family that did it around here, they never sent anybody, but they were always the host family. They went through like 3 different kids, so same thing. And the coolest guy that I ever met was this guy from Germany. His name was Marion. And every time the math teacher would say something incorrectly, he'd always turn around and look and go, "Fucking idiot!" And I'm like, "I like you. I'm like, you're a really cool guy." But yeah, same family every time.
We were excited because we were getting this guy from Venezuela, in his like interview or whatever, said like he loved soccer. Soccer was his favorite sport. This and that, and we're like, oh man, because years and years ago, apparently, either one of the schools in the district got a foreign exchange student who was like unbelievable at soccer, like set state records, was just unreal. So we're like, oh, we're gonna get one. So we get him. He shows up. We're like, okay. He was one of the worst soccer players I've ever seen. I mean, it was brutal. And instantly our coach was like, well, that fucking sucks. I mean, not good. Good guy. And I remember asking him, I'm like, hey, we're in like our 4th year of Spanish. I'm like, what level? Like, if we were to go there, I've been taking this class for 4 years. I feel like I can't speak anything. He goes, it would be like kindergarten, maybe 1st grade. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I was like, can you help me with this homework? He's like, I got you. He's like, I'll have my little brother who's 4 do your homework. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Sons of bitches.
My kids always trash me whenever they're like doing their homework and they're like, "Dad, you don't remember this?" I'm like, "You're in the 3rd fucking grade. No, I don't remember what I had for breakfast 2 days ago. I'm not gonna remember Johnny Appleseed and what the fuck he's fucking. I don't know what I don't know any of this stuff." But like their math now, especially that the math is different. They're like, "Dad, do this," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it the way that I did it. Here's the little house, carry the 1, yada yada." And they're like, "No, you can't do it that way. You have to show your work this way." And I'm like, how do you even do this? They're making little triangles and stuff, or little arrows and stuff. Common Core, or whatever the hell it is.
It's
I'm so
wild.
confused. I have never felt dumber than, and then they're like, never mind, Dad, we'll just go ask Mom for help. Fuck it, go ahead. Yeah, she's going to yell at you. So I was like, good luck. Numbers make her mad.
Well, it's funny because it's like, I always tell them, like, why do you need me to help you? That's what I'm paying taxes for. The teachers are supposed to teach. Don't just send home a ton of work and you have no idea. And I always tell them, like, if you don't know what you're doing, ask your teachers. They don't, well, I'll be embarrassed. I'm like, listen, I'm not throwing this out there, like, because I think you are the smartest person. You're not, but you're not the dumbest either. If you don't get this shit, there's a handful of other kids that are just scared to not ask that. Just go up. One of these days, be like, I don't get this. And if they look and be like, you don't get it? Oh, shit. Then they got to explain it. Like, I'm not there to teach you. I didn't go to school to be a teacher for 6 years and be like, oh, I'm going to go to a teacher and make shit money. No.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to do whenever I was going to college. And I backed out. I was like,
But it worked out. You're a gynecologist now, right?
That's right. That's right. For geriatrics only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, somebody has to.
I like a little bit of the dust smell. It's kind of like night magic from Avon.
Just like Liddell when she went to prison. Didn't you see her?
I did see her. Chris Jones is wanting to smash 100%. He must have the same agenda as I do. He must like him older. But I forgot where the fuck I was going with any of this. So never mind.
But you bring a point. Like, for a while, wasn't it Jeff Foxworthy who had that, like, are you smarter than a fifth grader? When that show came out, I'm like, that's stupid. But now that I have, like, kids and a couple of kids that have passed fifth grade and needed help on it, I'm like, that's a brilliant show. And I feel like it didn't quite pop because of what maybe wasn't enough parents that had done that. Like, there's a lot of shit that I was just like, as a fifth grader, I don't know what you're talking about. No.
I don't know anything. Like, as soon as they come up to me, if they need help with anything, I'm like, unless it's coloring or like a word search or something like that, Dad will get you taken care of. Anything else, go ask your mother. Go ask your mother. And my grandfather, though, he used to say this one thing. He was like, hey, if they're sending homework down, he goes, it's not my fault the teacher didn't get their job done during the day. There's no reason for them to send their work home with the kids. And I'm always like, you know what, Grandpa? I know you were just trying to get out of that shit as well, but I'm totally going to ride with that for the rest of my life. So I tell my kids that as well. It's like, not my fault they didn't get their work done. Talk to them about it.
What I like with my kiddos' school, she's going into 6th, never had homework. They don't send it home. They know that life is busy enough. They get it done through the school. They're doing well in the state tests. Whatever else, they don't send homework home. I'm like, they got enough shit going on. Thank you. But speaking of having enough shit to do, so do we. I know you guys have omelets on the brain, maybe some sausage, breakfast with gravy. I don't know what you guys got going on. But either way, before you do, though, I do want to go check out Brio for Life. Forgot to throw that in there. Saving the best for last. Go to brioforlife.com. Use code BeardLaws if you want. Get something to remove your nose hair, trim your bald hair, or trim the beard, or maybe you're into the bald look. I tried telling them, I said, for the right price, I'll shave my head bald with one of your things. But it turns out we haven't got there because it's going to take some money. I'm loving that I'm bald on top and this weird flowing crazy hair there. Winter's coming soon, but check them out. Maybe you need a hair dryer. Maybe the missus needs a hair dryer. Maybe the birthday's coming up. Go get a Vento hair dryer right now. It's like $50 off and use code BeardLaws and save some more money. Check out copperjohnsbeard.com. I'm a big fan of the ball wash. I was telling a bunch of people about the ball wash because my balls have been smelling fantastic, fellas. Go to theballwash.com. Use code BeardLaws. Save some money on the ball wash. That's what I'm pushing really hard for those guys. It's really that good. Really. It's been hot. I've been, hitting the treadmill up lately, and, the boys stink when we work out. We're not exactly in shape. I haven't smelled that ball stench using it. There's no bullshit. It's that good.
That might be a deterrent for me because I enjoy the smell sometimes.
Fair enough. Just oh, that's all we got for you. You've been Brandon. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. We'll be back next week. Back to school. That means football's coming, and that means it's like back to school for you guys. You guys are all set. Not for us, but take care. Be good to your wieners, and we'll be back next week. Okay, bye.
Buckle up tight. It's gonna be a wild ride. We're diving deep into your fridge where secrets hide. Mysteries of leftovers, the wonders inside. From moldy sandwiches to ancient yogurt jars, we cover the truth.